Hello, animal enthusiasts everywhere. Today's topic is all about animals in extreme conditions, where adaptations help them survive where us humans can't. It's good to see you all here. Let's get started, shall we?
As we learned in Session 6, humans can live in extremely hot or cold places, but we need a lot of help. Without air conditioning, a ready supply of water, and buildings to cover us, we'd have a hard time surviving the heat. And cold would be out of the question without parkas and good heating in our homes. Plus, we know we need to maintain homeostasis, or we die. So every extreme temperature can be a threat. What about animals? Are animals as susceptible to temperature as we are? Except for pets we bring inside, most animals do not have AC or hot and cold running water at their command. Is it possible for animals to live in extreme areas and not only survive but thrive? Not every animal can handle it, but many can. Before we get started, I want to explain my list. We're going to look at mammals, reptiles, amphibians, fish, birds, and insects. We are not going to discuss cryptozoology like the Yeti, and we are not examining microscopic creatures. Yet.
Like the little paragrade you like.
Tardigrades are going to get their day. It's not today. Also, anything at the bottom of the ocean is off limits, since everything that lives in the deepest depths is extreme. There is a great variety of mammals, from shrews to whales, but they all have a few characteristics in common. They are warm-blooded, air-breathing, vertebrate, have hair or fur, and produce milk for their young. These features that help mammals survive in extreme temperatures can also be detrimental. Having hair or fur can help insulate an animal, but it can also cause them to overheat. To survive in harsh conditions, adaptations are necessary. Today, I will be giving a brief overview of many remarkable animals, any of which deserve their own podcast. I have included links in the notes with more information, and I encourage you to learn more than what I can describe here. Camels come in two shapes. Dromedary camels have one hump, and Bactrian camels have two humps. These humps are not filled with water, but with fat. This gives them an energy source when there is nothing to eat or drink.
Seems not what I was taught.
I don't think it's what most people were taught. I think most people were told there was water in them thar hunts.
I am 90% positive that is, I was taught the camels keep a storage of fat that insulates water inside their humps.
Everybody was. There's no water. They live in the deserts of Africa and Asia, where temperatures can swing from 122 degrees Fahrenheit, 50 degrees Celsius in the summer, to freezing temperatures in the winter, and they are well adapted to handle both extremes. Most mammals have a fat layer all over their bodies, but because camels store most of their fat in their humps, they can release heat from their bodies more easily. Camels do not sweat as much as other mammals because they are adapted to retain as much water as possible. To avoid getting burned while resting on the scorching sand, camels have leathery, heat-resistant pads on their feet, knees, elbows, and sternum. As the weather gets colder, camels grow a shaggy coat that traps heat. It's like camels put on a parka when it gets cold. The same leathery pads that protect them from the hot ground also provide insulation against the freezing cold surface. Small mammals have also adapted to hot climates. One example is the kangaroo rat. This is one of my favorite animals. When I visited Joshua Tree National Park as a kid, I learned about kangaroo rats and fell in love with them. These tiny animals can jump 9 feet in one bound. That is amazing, but even more incredible is that they can change direction in mid-jump by twisting their long tail. So cool. But they also have adapted to survive in harsh desert conditions.
How angry are they? Kangaroos are not friendly. You go up to one and they might start punching you and taking you out. Fabulous creatures, kangaroos. Will knock you the heck out. If something is named the kangaroo, I have to assume it's incredibly feisty.
It might be feisty. It was literally named the kangaroo rat because it could jump. I don't think it was a personality issue. Someday, though, we'll do scorpion mice, and then you can see a desert animal that has serious attitude issues. But I've never heard that kangaroo rats are mean or angry with the world. I mean, even if they were angry, okay, so what?
Look at me. Look at you. Repeat that sentence.
All right, I take it all back. Maybe the kangaroo rat is mad at the world. It's very possible. Despite their name, kangaroo rats are not rats or mice. They are related to pocket gophers. These cute creatures only weigh 4.5 ounces, which is about the weight of a deck of cards. They have long tails, big eyes, and tiny ears, and are found in the deserts of the American Southwest. To survive the desert's extreme temperatures, both hot and cold, kangaroo rats dig burrows and spend time underground, where temperatures are more constant. Humans need water all the time, so much so that we carry water bottles wherever we go. Kangaroo rats do not need to drink any liquid water. They get all the water they need by converting the fats in the dry seeds they eat into water during digestion. This allows them to live in some of the driest parts of the desert, areas where animals that might eat them would not stay due to the lack of water.
How many dry seeds could they find, though?
Apparently a lot.
I imagine seeds are not plentiful in a desert.
No, but like half the seed becomes water for them. So they don't even need very many seeds.
Oh, well, so I guess the wind would carry seeds into the desert.
And there's a lot of drought-tolerant plants in the desert, and they want the kangaroo rats to eat the seeds because that's how they spread them and, grow more plant. It's probably pretty symbiotic for them.
Good. Symbiotic is better than parasitic.
Absolutely. They do not sweat much to retain as much water as possible, and they do not even clean themselves with water. Instead, they take dust baths. Let's move from the desert to the Arctic. All the animals that live in the far north have adapted to survive in extremely cold conditions, but reindeer have some special, one might even say song-worthy, adaptations. As we know from other sessions, temperatures in Arctic areas can often be as low as negative 65 degrees Fahrenheit, negative 53.8 degrees Celsius. Reindeer handle this cold well because they have an insulating coat with hair everywhere, including on their bodies, between their toes, in their ears, and even up their noses. The only place they do not have hair is on their eyeballs. This hair is so insulating, thanks to a double layer of long guard hairs and downy fur, that the snow does not melt even when they rest on it.
And this is why they're great for Santa's sleigh.
Oh, we're going to get to how great they are to Santa's sleigh in just a second. The most amazing part of reindeer is their noses. In the extreme cold, they breathe through their noses so less heat escapes. They have specialized structures inside their noses that warm the frigid air they inhale, helping to maintain their core temperature. But here is my favorite fact about their noses. Because they are so insulated, reindeer can overheat when they run. To stop this from happening, they have more blood vessels in their noses than anywhere else. This blood is cooled by the outside air, keeping their brain cool and preventing overheating when they run. Having blood vessels near the skin on their nose can make it look rosy and glow in infrared light. See, Rudolph wasn't unusual at all. Reindeer have red noses.
I think the unusual part of Rudolph came from the fact his nose was always glowing.
See, this is my theory. The question should be, why didn't all of Santa's reindeer have red noses? Maybe Rudolph was working harder than the others. I could fill multiple sessions on mammals that have adapted to extreme temperatures. One reason why there are so many is that we are endothermic. By regulating our body temperature internally, we are less susceptible to freezing or overheating. But even exothermic, cold-blooded animals have adapted to extreme temperatures. The most common way that reptiles survive in hot and cold environments is by moving to optimum locations. They will sun on rocks when they need to warm up, then burrow underground to escape the heat and insulate themselves against the cold. This is called behavioral thermoregulation, which is a great term to share with your friends. Some animals, like the regal horned lizards, which live in the Sonoran Desert of Arizona and Mexico, have additional adaptations. They have wide, flat backs that can act like solar panels, collecting heat from the sun even on cooler days. They are also more heat tolerant, meaning they don't have to move to a cooler spot as soon, giving them more time to enjoy their favorite meal, harvester ants. This has nothing to do with temperature, but it is worth mentioning. When a regal horned lizard is being attacked, it can shoot bloody liquid out of its eyes to repel the predator. Wild.
Like that one frog that breaks its legs to scare things.
Animals do a lot of weird things to get away from predators, but I just thought that one was worth mentioning, so. Cold temperatures can be just as dangerous to exothermal animals as heat. Most reptiles and amphibians retreat to burrows below the frost line and hibernate until spring. One remarkable exception is the wood frog. These little frogs, about 1.5 to 3 inches long, do not burrow deep like other frogs. Instead, wood frogs cover themselves in leaf litter and freeze their insides. They use special proteins to freeze the water in their blood. Ice also grows around their cells, but not inside them, which would be damaging. In the spring, they reverse the process until they are once again fully functional frogs. Fish have also found a way to adapt to the cold. One amazing fish, the Antarctic ice fish, and other fish are found in ice-cold waters. Ice cold is a great way to describe these Antarctic waters because they can drop to 29 degrees Fahrenheit, negative 1.8 degrees Celsius, due to the seawater's salinity. This should freeze fish, but Antarctic ice fish survive just fine because they have an antifreeze protein in their inner fluids. These proteins help the fish from becoming fishsicles. Most fish survive in water that is 60 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit, 15 to 26.6 degrees Celsius. However, some can handle much higher temperatures. One is the devil's hole pupfish. I have put a link in the notes to an amazing video by Caitlin Dawdry about the fight to protect these endangered fish. It is a wild story. The devil's hole pupfish live in one place in the entire world, a water-filled, deep limestone cave in Death Valley National Park. The water temperature is a constant 92 degrees Fahrenheit, 33.3 degrees Celsius. Way too hot for most fish, but the devil's hole pupfish has adapted to these hot conditions. Maddy, you have a weird look on your face.
Wait, they're in a national park and they're endangered.
Oh yeah, there's only like 150 of them left in the hole.
Well, apparently they're only in a hole.
Yeah, it's a cave, so there's room for most of them. And like insects fall in and stuff, so they have food to eat, and there's like algae and stuff. But people keep disturbing them, and that's why they keep dying. It's our fault. You gotta see the video, Maddy. It's insane. They have a high thermal tolerance and could survive in water up to 111 degrees Fahrenheit, 43 degrees Celsius. They have many other remarkable traits and crazy interactions with humans. I cannot stress enough how important it is to watch Caitlin's video on these crazy little fish. Avian dinosaurs, more commonly known as birds, live on every continent, and many have adapted to survive in extremely hot and cold places. At first glance, this seems tricky since they do not have fur. However, birds have found a way. Probably the most famous cold-loving bird is the emperor penguin. They are regal, tuxedo-colored birds that can be found huddled together during frigid storms at the bottom of the earth. These remarkable animals may not have fur, but they do have a unique feather arrangement. The short, stiff feathers covering them are packed closely together, trapping a layer of air close to the skin. As we know, air is a poor conductor and a great insulator, and keeps the penguins warm. They also have a layer of fat that gives them their distinctive shape and helps them survive the cold. Everything on a penguin is well covered, except for its feet. At first this seems odd because their bare feet are in direct contact with ice. Thermal conduction keeps them warm. Their veins and arteries are aligned in their legs so that the cold blood coming back from their feet is warmed by the blood traveling to their feet. This keeps penguins in homeostasis. In contrast, the African skimmer lives in sub-Saharan Africa, where the ground surface temperature can reach 140 degrees Fahrenheit, 60 degrees Celsius. These birds need a way to cool off, not heat up. Since there are no trees, the African skimmer builds its nest on the ground, and the extremely high surface temperature can burn both eggs and newborn chicks.
Oh dear.
I know, doesn't that sound horrible? I feel so bad for them.
I mean, great way for any lizard going towards it for fried eggs, but oh dear.
Yes, I thought so too. To keep everyone cool, these clever birds perform a maneuver called belly soaking, in which they lower their feet and bellies into nearby lakes and rivers, then lay on their eggs and chicks to cool them down. Considering how hot the ground gets, why do these birds stay where they are? This desert environment may be hot on their feet, but the lakes in the area have the fish that African skimmers eat. These birds are related to seagulls. And the barren landscapes make it hard for predators to sneak up on them and their nests. Food and protection are what everyone needs. Sometimes it is found in the most unlikely space. Our final animal is an insect that many people have heard of and perhaps even talked about with friends and family. This cute little creature is second only to the groundhog for predicting the weather. It is the woolly bear caterpillar. It goes by many different names. I always called them woolly buggers, but everyone recognizes it by its fat body with black on both ends and a reddish-orange band in the middle. If a woolly bear caterpillar looks very thick with dense hairs, it is going to be a snowy, cold winter. If it looks thinner with less hair, winter will be mild.
Wait, so it's like the groundhog we always listen to?
Yeah. Have you ever seen, I call them woolly buggers, but they go by many different names around the...
No.
Oh no, these are the little black furry caterpillars that have orange in the middle, and sometimes they are really fat with really dense fur, and everybody's always like, oh, it's going to be a cold winter. The woolly buggers are getting ready for a cold winter.
I have never heard about that.
This is, as expected, a myth. The difference in the woolly bear caterpillar's appearance are due to how much it has eaten, its age, and its species. There are more than 10 different species of woolly bear caterpillars, and the most interesting one lives in the Arctic. The Arctic woolly bear caterpillar spends almost 90% of their life frozen and only about 5% feeding on the tundra in June. They are also the longest-lived caterpillars on the planet. They can live for 7 years and in captivity for 13 years. This is because they are mostly frozen for much of their life. Their fur does more than protect them from cold weather. It also helps to freeze them in a controllable way. To freeze during hibernation, they produce a natural antifreeze called glycerol. This allows them to control how slow they freeze. Then, almost everything freezes except for the interior of their cells. In this state, they can survive temperatures down to negative 90 degrees Fahrenheit, negative 68 degrees Celsius. I'll never look at a woolly bugger the same way again. Animals can live in environments that humans could never survive without a lot of engineers, but we improve our survival rates by studying how animals do survive. In the distant past, humans built underground cities, such as Petra in Jordan. They protected people from severe weather and human invasions. The easiest way to imitate animals is how we cover ourselves. By studying animals like camels and penguins, we can create outerwear that is lightweight but warm or cool. These changes will keep more people safe as they move into extreme areas.
I'm sure we can agree that the animal kingdom is full of a lot of interesting temperature gauges. The amount of different temperatures each can hold is vastly different from what the human body can stand. And we haven't even touched the surface. We're probably missing some animals that can do amazing things that we've just never heard about. I hope you've enjoyed this life decision to listen to us, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.